we're gonna see Ducati level. You know,
that's what I want.
Yeah,
give it to me.
Ducati.
Like I got the new MX Tech forks.
Yep.
And they're just like fucking bro. It's just straight up. And then I opened up. I was putting some shit away in the shed. I didn't even notice that they sent me all tie bolts. So like all my triple clamps, all my axle nuts, and then all my plastic bolts, and then my 2 shock bolts, a full tie.
That's
Never
rad.
had tie bolt on my bike in my life, and I'm just like looking at it, being like, I can get used to this.
That's pretty.
Because I love my fucking bikes. You know?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
what you said about that Ducati thing. It's like I want that.
Yep.
I want to start building those bikes. Like give me the best of every. Like let's make fucking art out of this. You know? Like,
it's
why do we all get bogged down in the weeds of like, oh, fucking expensive. Oh, it's laptop. It's like, can we just not enjoy this?
Yeah, it's interesting, right? Like we were talking a little bit up at Conondale about your MX Tech stuff, and I don't have that much experience with them, and I didn't even know they're out of the States. And at 49 mil, super interesting to me because that's the outer diameter of the fork we're talking about. Because KTM is 48.
Yeah.
The factory bikes run 52s.
Yeah. Do they still run 52s?
Yeah. And it's you can.
They're gnarly.
Yeah, but they're alloy bottoms.
Okay.
So they're actually 2 of their forks weigh 1 as much as your 49.
Yeah, right.
It's a weight thing, and then I think there's political reasons why they still run them. But like, I think they.
Have you ever rode with them?
Yeah, I've had factory bikes with them.
Yeah.
I don't like them. They're too rigid.
Yeah, that's what I hear from everybody because JDR had a bunch of them.
Yeah, and they had a bunch left because if you have a choice, I think
a lot of guys run just the normal 48 cone valves.
Yep, and like Kenny, when Roxon was on KTM, he convinced them to let him run 48s.
Yeah,
because he had the horsepower of winning and power. But like I don't think it's not an option on those.
So what do you reckon? Why are they married to 52s?
I don't know exactly. I think it's tech. They have millions of dollars in technology invested in the project, and it's justifying people's jobs. So like you get rid of a product, you have to get rid of a whole department. And then there's some sense of having a big dick when you have
those forks.
So I had a friend named Rob Vaughn from Huntington Beach that wanted to have the Ducati treatment.
Yeah.
So he'd buy a KTM, create a factory bike. Donnie Emler's best friend.
Yeah, sick.
And dude, he's a legend, right? And he's like, I fucking want 52s. I'm like, dude, they're not really available. He found 52s, got them on his bike. My friend Brian Davis found a set. They had Red Bull they built Red Bull KTM 450s. They hated their bikes.
Yeah, just too hard.
Too firm, rigid. I had them try a production bike. They're like, fuck, this thing's so much better than ours. I'm like, I told you, but your bike is cool.
Yeah, it's dope. But
like they're meant for the Cooper Webbs, the Plessingers, the guys that are smashing shit. They run for solid bar mounts. I run the comfy PDHS KTM Power Parts mounts.
Same.
I want them to flex. They don't run those because there's a chance of failure because there's little pieces in there. They crash in a turn and those things break. The DNF, like Roger's like, nah, we ain't DNF in a race for a $120 bar mount. We'll run billet freaking bar mounts.
Let's weld the fuckers.
Yeah. So like I get it from a racing standpoint, but 52 is 48s. I would go 48s, but I can't wait to try your bike with 49s.
Yeah, so I reckon we should, because so now I've got the Husky has the 48s with the inserts.
Yep.
So they're called a blackjack insert. And then I have the 49s, which have the internals, but in the new 49 mil, like the outers, and then it's all got SKF seals through the whole thing, and then it's got a CNC machined the fork lugs on the bottom, and then it's with the Luxon clamps which you saw on the thing. So I haven't even ridden it yet because I fucking hurt my wrist, so I still haven't ridden the bike. But Matty really liked it, but he had big dramas with the auto clutch. He's just not a.
I told you, I'm not an auto clutch guy, but like I can put that aside for the feeling of the chassis, but I can appreciate it. Like I get the tech, it's just not for me. Yeah,
well, my ultimate goal has been to try and set it up like a Varg, but it's been hard to get it dialed.
You're that hooked.
Well, I want to do it for a project, but it makes that much sense to me. The thing with the 350s, you still got to change gears, so you don't have it all the way. But I actually wanted to say it before, but that was the biggest thing that I found when I rode the Varg is I'll just basically said in my head instantly, you use the clutch too much. Like, I was like, that's not a clutch, that's a crutch.
Yep,
You fucking... And I noticed that on the Varg, dude, my chin was hitting the fucking bar pad the whole time I was riding the bike.
Wow.
Because I had to be... Every time
because you would...
There's no clutch. So that's what I figured out is I just fucking come out of a turn, sit up straight in the middle of the bike, and then hold it on and go. So every time the front starts coming up, I'm hitting the clutch.
Yep.
And then on the Varg, like you have to land. And actually, that's one thing I was going to ask you. When you were landing, were you holding the thing wide open to land?
Not like. I was getting it to, yes, I was on the throttle landing, yeah.
Because that made the biggest difference to that feeling you were talking about, that real dead feeling, is like, just hold the fucking thing wide open, and it took a lot of it away.
Yeah, when you landed off the gas, it's like, goosh, like it sounded like the house was falling down.
yeah. But I noticed, and even in the footage, I'm like really, that's one thing, if you look at Sexton and those boys, they're back is basically parallel to the seat, right?
Yep.
So that's like their default position. And when I ride, I'm like this. So it's just like literally, you can go fucking full golf and swing analysis on technique,
right?
you know
For
what I mean? Like with angles and different things like that. But as soon as I saw that footage of me riding the Stark, I had that flatter back because I'm off the clutch, which is what Sexton and those guys are doing. They're off the clutch, and then when they're on the throttle, all of the modulation of the front wheel and the power is done with their head being over the bar pad. So I've literally was finding myself like headbutting my fucking chin.
Because you didn't have your crutch.
Because I didn't have the clutch, right? Fly across the fucking world to Manji. First practice on a gas 450. And I was just like, you are so shit at motocross. Like, how are you this fucking shit?
Oh, dude, that's so good.
But it was just all way too much clutch.
Interesting, right?
So that's why I wanted to build the 350 with the auto clutch.
Yeah,
because I would really love to practice using the bike more like a Varg in the sense with no clutch.
Dude, I think it's awesome. Like, I totally agree with you. I think I tried Slippers way back in the day, which is essentially the first gen of the auto clutch.
Yeah.
And just the pulsating in my finger, I was out.
Yeah.
I was out.
Yeah,
I was like,
I'm
out. But dude, I love there's tech that we can do things to our own stuff.
Yeah.
That's so rad.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.